Hi, my name is Daisy and I pray at Worship Harvest. I go to Kati Kati. I also belong to a super cool MC called Humura. Now Humura means fear not, do not be afraid, find rest. And there's that famous internet meme that says, it's in the Bible 365 times, which then means that there's one for every single day. Now, in 2009, a friend of mine called Keith registered a not-for-profit charity for children. And when he did, he says he had no idea why he did. He didn't know why he registered it. He did because the Lord asked him to. And so he registered it and went about his business. And then in 2010, a couple of friends and I started going to Worship Harvest. And we made this every Sunday confession of how we were being resourced to worship God, and serve others meaningfully for community transformation. And we knew we wanted to transform communities, but even then we didn't know how, and we never, paid the hugest attention on how to. And then we always said that church began on Monday, and at least that much we knew we wanted to be church for the world. And so every Sunday when we met for lunch, we were challenged, to tell each other how we became church throughout the week. And there were a few ideas here and there. And so fast forward in 2015, last year, a friend was waiting to give birth. And so her mother was visiting, and so they invited us to have supper or dinner with them. And so we got to the house and told all sorts of stories. And then we started talking about school, which is Nkokonjeru Primary School in Bara. And so she mentioned that tuition at the time was 25,000 per child per term. But even then, more than half of the pupils in her school could not afford tuition. And so very quickly we knew there was an opportunity to be church through the week. And so we put ideas together very quickly, and then we knew that God had called us to do ministry. And so we said we'll take on 5 children and pay their school fees in school. And so we quickly shared this with our friends because we're very enthusiastic about this idea that God had brought to our hearts and delivered into our hands, for execution. And so we shared with our friends who were very excited about it. We shared with people from church, and people were very receptive and very welcoming of ideas on how best it could work. And so in April last year, 2015, we organized a fact-finding trip. So the few people we had put together agreed to go to Mbara to see what exactly is good news for this community. Is it tuition? Is it discipleship? Is it scholastic materials? What exactly will minister to the need in the community? And so we got there and we listened to their stories, and they are very, very heartbreaking stories that will even change your life. So we got there and we saw 15-year-olds who take care of 4 siblings. We saw housemaids who then come to school because now now that they're earning a little salary, they can come to school. We saw 80-year-olds who are taking care of about 23 children because their children are not there anymore, and so the grandkids are in their care. And so there was a real need around school fees, around meals in the school, and around, the love of God. And we knew that by paying school fees or paying a meal for them in school, ultimately we will be ministering the love of God because we come in the name of God. And so we agreed to take on 10 children after the trip. And just from between last year and today, by the grace of God, we're taking care of 30 children. And we know that God is calling us to even do more beyond what we can, ask or even imagine. God is calling us to bring, heaven down here on earth.
My name is Arnita Dawson. I was always sent home for school fees. I thank God for Humura Child Care Ministries because it has paid school fees for me, and it has paid money for me to eat here. Also made me compete with others. So I was so happy for Humura, so I sang it.
Ninye Rugunda na Patrika munyambire mwankwatira mkono nsumusiza omwana wanje abokankanye n'abaana bingi bandemire nkantachipakasa ati mwebare munonga ati mwongere omumiso musomese abokuba ninde aine amagezi bana tibyebyo nyine mani nyina abana ni bande mine n'abandi abuka tinchikora sente.
And so we've, had all sorts of dreams and visions for Humura. And today we know that we want people to say, I can mobilize and get 10 people paid for in Gulu. And someone else to say, my place of peace is in Jinja or in Busoga. And so I can have 5 people, there. And then someone else to say, I can have 15 paid for in Kabale. And then we will come together and put our minds together. We will partner in this and see the best of what God wants of Humura. And so we invite you all to partner with us.